Hexit, the Pentagon, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and the Department of Homeland Security as defendants, while also seeking a court order to halt the deployment and declare the move as unlawful. The legal challenge comes after Trump announced that he was directing the Pentagon to send around 200 troops to Portland to protect, as he claims, an area which is war-ravaged and where ICE facilities are under siege from attacks by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. Trump has also claimed that he has been authorizing full force if necessary. Listen in to what Attorney General of Oregon has had to say.
At 9:32 this morning, we received communication from the governor's office that the president had invoked Title 10 to deploy Oregon's National Guard to the city of Portland. I had told our staff, and we've been talking about this for a really long time, that the moment that we got notice of a deployment, that I wanted to be in court with a lawsuit filed within 12 hours. As of 2 o'clock today, we have a lawsuit filed in Portland in the United States District Court to protect Oregon and its values, less than 6 hours from the moment we received notice.
Shifting focus to more developments coming in from Europe this time. Polish Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski, French Foreign Minister Jean-Noel Barrot and German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul have met in Warsaw within the Weimar Triangle framework. Now, the meeting aims to highlight cooperation among the three countries amid a series of alleged Russian incursions into NATO airspace. Now, a joint press conference is planned for later in the day. NATO, meanwhile, has launched the Eastern Sentry mission this month to strengthen the defense of Europe's eastern flank in response to these drone incursions, especially into Polish airspace. The Weimar Triangle provides Germany, France and Poland with a key forum to coordinate on cross-border and European issues involving not just governments, but also parliaments and civil societies. This is, of course, the latest that is coming in. Even as a barrage of strikes have been reported in Ukraine overnight, Russia launched more than 500 such drones and missiles, most of which were thwarted by Ukraine. However, some did strike civil infrastructure, including residences and other energy infrastructure as well. Meanwhile, Moscow has reported that a drone strike has claimed the lives of 2 people, including a child and her grandmother, just outside the capital. Kremlin, in the meantime, maintains that they are open to negotiations, but has claimed that Kiev has given no signals about resuming talks. The larger question, of course, is how long will we see this war drag on? Will we also see it protract or not? But in the latest, we're now learning that the foreign ministers of Poland, France and Germany are meeting in Warsaw. This meeting aims to highlight cooperation amongst the three countries amidst a series of alleged incursions into NATO airspace. We've recently seen these incursions take place in Poland. Romania too has alleged such drone incursions, as has Lithuania. Ukraine, meanwhile, has pointed fingers at Hungary, claiming that drones from Hungary were surveilling border infrastructure, critical infrastructure, energy infrastructure along Ukraine's western border, a charge which Hungary has now been denying. Of course, the battle on the ground is also heating up, but joining us on the broadcast is Alison Mutler, former Associated Press Bureau Chief in Romania. Thank you for taking our time speaking to us on NewsX World. At the outset, I'd like to ask you, what do you make of NATO's response to the drone incursions that have taken place so far? We do know that Operation Eastern Sentry has been launched, but Zelensky is claiming that a stronger response is the need of the hour. Is NATO's current posture strategically calibrated to avoid an all-out war with Russia?
I actually think what has come across is that Russia will only listen to force. By that doesn't mean launching weapons, but a robust reaction. If NATO fails to deliver a unified response, Russia, the Kremlin will take that as weakness. And I think NATO has realized in recent months that they have to be unified and deliver a stern response. Mr. Zelensky, his country has been invaded by Russia for the past 3 years. Hundreds of thousands, if not more, has died. It's much more vital, much more crucial. The idea of a war is quite abstract, particularly in Portugal or in France or even in the UK, along NATO's eastern flank, eastern century, as you mentioned, Poland and Romania. The prospect of war is much more imminent and it's much more scary. We just saw, if you like, Moldova dodge a bullet in the sense that they avoided Russian interference in the future of their country. Now, has NATO been strong enough in pushing back Russia or keeping them at a distance? I think what we have to remember is behind all of this, neither Russia nor the West, nor that includes NATO, wants an all-out war. It's very complicated, it's very dangerous. And I don't think it will happen unless things get ratcheted up. So both sides are actually playing, Russia particularly, a game. Let's see how far we can push. Let's see how much we can do. Let's see how the other side reacts. So on the one hand, NATO is obliged to react firmly and more important, in a unified way. But on the other hand, I don't think Russia, at this point, as far as I know, wants an all-out war, and nor does NATO. So I think also the idea is for neither side to lose face, but also NATO has to deliver a strong and a unified response to